like to invite Ben Terry to share his story. And we have a picture here, which is a photo that Ben took of one of his fish tanks.
How I got into aquariums. I got my first tank when I was in 7th grade. I had wanted to have my own fish since my mom took me to the Baltimore Aquarium when I was 7. I was amazed how by the way, the different fish looked and their distinct personalities. When I made the decision to become a fish keeper myself, I searched the PetSmart website to see what tanks were available. Then I asked my mom and dad to drive out there and buy me a 20-gallon tank. I stayed home with the dogs Ellie, Foster, and Moose, and my parents went out without me. They came home with the rectangular glass tank, and I carried it up to my room. Then I put it on the stand, filled it up with water, and plugged in the filters, heater, and air pump. I felt energized and excited. I couldn't wait to fill it with fish. The next week, I went out to Congressional Aquarium, my favorite fish store. It is huge and buzzes with activity. Going to Congressional is more like visiting an aquarium with a fish than a fish store, because there is so much to see. I can spend an afternoon there looking at different fish, losing track of time. They have 5 rows of aquatic species on display: saltwater, freshwater, coral reefs, amphibians, and reptiles. Employees and customers who are passionate about fish converse about different varieties and the best way to treat them. I overheard people talking about which fish they wanted and how to care for them, and I was intrigued. I decided to start with the betta fish. Bettas are beautiful Japanese fighting fish, some rainbow colored, some solid blue, red, turquoise, and white. I selected one that was solid red with very long fins and a crowned tail. I chose just one because bettas are very aggressive and cannot be kept in the same tank with other bettas. However, they can coexist with some other species. So I shopped for neon tetras, which are tiny blue and red tropical fish. I chose 10 of them. Then I took my new fish home and set them free in the tank. Afterwards, I just sat and enjoyed what I had. I used to have 2 blood parrots, but they grew too large for my tank, so I sold them. I'm not ready for more blood parrots yet because I don't have a big enough tank for them. I'm trying to convince my mom to get rid of the couch to make room for a 125-gallon tank so I can keep bigger fish like blood parrots, arowanas, and the bass, which grow to be about 3 feet in length. I'm trying to work my way up to the big guys. However, at this point, my mom is not convinced. My current plan is to stock up my 46 and 55-gallon tank entirely with African cichlids. That would take 100 cichlids. I want that many because they are so colorful, bright red, blue, and orange. They swirl around like they're dancing in pairs. If I had my hand on top of the tank, they swim like crazy to meet me. When are 100 of them, They will look like an ocean full of crazy, colorful dancers. It will make me happy to see that. Fish are beautiful, fascinating, but they are not easy to pet. They require constant care. I need to perform regular water changes, test pH and nitrate levels, observe my fish for any behavioral changes or diseases like ick, a fungal disease, or swim bladder disorder. Also fish keeping can be expensive. Tank supplies and the correct food can be costly. However, the investment of time and money is worth it to me for all that they give back. Thank you.